Okay. Mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2. Try to check the mic here. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2. Let me see. Mic sound. Mic check.
1 2. Try to check the mic here.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2.
All right, great. I got a good sound. Hey, Othello, what's up? A great man. You the first man.
Mic check. 1 2. Try to check the mic here.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check.
All right, my sound is splendid. It's wonderful sound here on my side. Great. Let me see. All right, let's see what we have for you entertainment wise while we share the video. All right, Mr. Griswell, please share the video for me if you don't mind. Sharing the video. Let me see what we got here. Musically, what do we have? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm on set ready. Blessings on blessings, you're calling blessings. These my blessings can all be touching. I know my level, my man, don't stress me. The puppy bless me, so I'm here to party. I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, I crawl, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a jealous zombie. I got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie. Sanko, me, I want to do it like Paco. Waiter, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. I said nobody, I won't party. I want you to go down low, I want you to find it slow. Mama, you rock the show, I'm ready to spend some more. And I'm gonna, you know, sit down, I'm gonna check it. See, I said no time for check. Man, I want you to dance like you ready, don't care. And do the dance for the zombie set. It's me and you, mama, no more stress. I want to dance, I feel myself. I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, I crawl, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a jealous zombie. Got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie.
When Uncle D show face, all the children want a photo. Yeah, that do or die when they shake come around. You know, when I move bless me, they papa bless me. Yes, why bless me? You cannot stop me. Your money can never go low. You say they have, but no heaven low. Papa, fire me on papa. Ragaza, no removing the star. I bless you first, go up, they transformer. My blessing full of red bell.
I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, I crawl, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a jealous zombie. I got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie. I said nobody, I won't party. I want you to go down low, I want you to find it slow. Mama, you rock the show, I'm ready to spend some more. And I'm gonna, you know, sit down, I'm gonna wait, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. Wait, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper.
Jerry Jesus.
Master LC on the beat.
I need you to GELEO. To all about to GELEO. Don't run away to GELEO, man. I better well GELEO. The way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me. Oh wow, oh wow, wow, oh wow. You get your star, I get my star. Oh wow, don't envy me for my star. Oh wow, running mortgage from my shine. Oh wow, I get all. Oh wow, what the hell to you? Now what the hell to you? What the hell to you? Now what the hell to you? Oh wow, oh wow, wow, oh wow. You get your star, I get my star. Oh wow, don't envy me for my star. Oh wow, running mortgage from my shine. Oh wow, I get all. Oh wow, what the hell to you? Then why say this more? I say this more. I will get it. I say this more. I will get it. I say this more. You can do me the way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me. Oh wow, oh wow, wow, oh wow. You get your star, I get my star. Oh wow, don't envy me for my star. Oh wow, running mortgage from my shine. Oh wow, I get all. Oh wow, what the hell to you? And I'm leaving you to GELEO, to all about to GELEO. Don't run away to GELEO, man. The way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me. Oh wow, oh wow, wow, oh wow. You get your star, I get my star. Oh wow, don't envy me for my star. Oh wow, running mortgage from my shine. Oh wow, I get all. Oh wow, what the hell to you? Now what the hell to you? What the hell to you? Now what the hell to you? Wow, 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 wow. You get your star, I get my star. Wow, don't envy me for my star. Wow.
Oh wow, wow, what hurting you? What hurting you? Yeah, you better tell me what hurting you so I can help. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Voice of SIONE. In the diaspora with Dark Side Port Esoteric, coming to you live from Prospect Park, Pennsylvania, these United States of America. It's another wonderful day to be here with you. Sunday. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday out there on your side. Let's see if you're on. Please just share it with me. Just share the link for me. You can also follow us on YouTube. You can just put Madison Freeman and we will be right there. If you have your B screen, you can just watch us right there. All right, guys, let me see here. I'm doing some sharing here. Let's see. I'll be right back.
In the middle of the night, I had a dream. Then I saw Boncante crying. Go and tell my people, I'm crying. Because the leader for the Inshallah. I'm crying so much. Then I wake up in the middle of the night. Then I call my beautiful wife. I say, come for Colette. I had a dream, baby. I saw Bongate crying, say, the leader fighting Inshallah. Then I call my little son. I said, Jenny, don't sack it. Do not be like the greedy hunter or a riot. Don't be a good boy. Greedy hunter, KOJ, we don't want you greedy hunter. Bone tire with you greedy hunter, KOJ, we don't want you greedy hunter. Everyone tire with you hunter, KOJ, we don't want you greedy hunter. If a roll and you greedy hunter, KOJ, we don't want you greedy hunter. Showing that they got money, lying, they are all wicked people. Wicked people, be careful. Now listen to the story. Listen to the story. Hey, well, get our jeans, get our jeans, get our jeans, get our jeans.
Give a chance, Greedy Hunter, give a chance. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Voice of SIONE. Thank you for joining us. It's a beautiful day. Let me double check my sound here so we can get the show on the way here. Yeah, it kind of delaying from my end here. Let me see. I just want to make sure I got my sound quality is good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Yeah, my sound is wonderful. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. All right, great. I'm happy to be here with you. I'm elated. I am suffused with the elation to be here. I had a music though. Yeah, like Greedy Hunter. I want to talk about some Greedy Hunters here today. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have some Greedy Hunters that are trying to break the union apart. And they are going around and trying to cause confusion all over the place. And I am the medicine man for the confusionists. Yes. I will just bring them to the global platform to expose them maximally. All right, that's what I'm about to do. So, hey, Lester, welcome aboard. Manja Smith, how you doing? Oro, how are you? I'm seeing others. I'm not seeing all of you. Your names on my screen, I just see some numbers here training. All right, so what is in the factual realm of Voice of SIONE? You know, that's how we start the show normally. So when you're out there having fun, be safe. All right, so what is in the factual realm of Voice of SIONE? Well, some basic stuff here that I want to talk about. Hey, Gertrude, how are you? Welcome on board. Let's see. So the first thing that I want to talk about here, of course, is congratulations. Now let me make that quick correction over there. It's a typo. I need an S to the congratulations. The S and boom. We get that done. All right. So I just wanted to do the shout out quickly to one or two persons, and the show will get super hot, you know. Hey, Charlie, are you in like LIB now? I'm quite sure I saw some picture here. SG, yeah, or GS, she calls it. Hey, Gertrude, okay, someone to comment. Keep bringing in your comments. Please share with me or share the link as well. I really appreciate it if you were to share it. All right, let's get to the agenda, what I wanted to do quickly here. Congratulations to Mr. and Mistress Tarley on your wedding. Okay, so Mr. Tarley, call him when you was in the U.S. We used to call him Sapo Boy or Sapo Man in the U.S. Sapo Boy in America. That's how we used to call him. Mr. John Woolley, not John Woolley, Tarley, John Tarley. John Woolley is the son of my Pekin Lester Woolley, and that's how he's not the one I'm talking about right now. All right, let's see here. What is my image that I want to put out here for shout out? All right, that's it. That we're calling Sapo Boy, Sapo Man in America. That's Mr. John Tarley. John Tarley got married, I think, yesterday. I know him very well. He's a very nice SIONE brother. When I was in Minnesota, very nice man. So I just wanted to do a shout out to him for doing the right thing. Oftentimes people they just want to play around, but the SIONE man decided to make it right. So we want to say congratulations, sir. We wish you well, you and your beautiful, gorgeous wife getting in the institution of marriage. It's a good thing. I don't know whether you're going to do it Afrocentrically. That is to say, with African people who don't marry one woman, what I'm saying? But given the African, the European attire, I don't think Mr. Tarley going to take another wife. He's going to stay with the Western style. After all, he stayed in the West for a long time, and now he's in Liberia. All right, so I just want to do a shout out to Mr. John Tarley and his wife on their big day yesterday. They got married. All right, that's it. That's it for the first one. Hey, Warrens, what's up? Welcome aboard. Teresa Z. Pudding, that's my sister. Welcome aboard. Yeah, I got my mother here. Dr. Nessie Zarzar is following the show. Deccan T, what's up? Welcome aboard. All right, if I don't call your name, that means I'm not seeing you. So share with your friends, please. All right, let's get John Tarley out of the way. We just got done with that. Let's get to. I want to do a birthday shout out here to my man, my brother. I call him COMRADE. That's Jerry MASSAQUOI. Jerry is a very nice guy. Jerry is the husband of Winnie MASSAQUOI. Winnie MASSAQUOI is one of our staunch members here, Delaware Valley chapter. So Mr. Jerry MASSAQUOI is celebrating his birthday today. So Mr. MASSAQUOI, we want to dedicate this platform to you. Your B-Day, Voice of Sound is all yours today. We want to say happy birthday. I mean, I interacted with his brother, very, very thoughtful. He's a quiet, level-headed guy. He is, per our Constitution, once you are not of the Sapo tribe or you're married or a child of the Sapo nation, by definition, by the Constitution of the United Sapo Association, you are automatically a member. And so Jerry MASSAQUOI is a member of the United Sapo Association, the Delaware Valley chapter. Sorry, guys. Let's see what I get these teeth. Okay. Yeah, so Jerry is celebrating your birthday today. So we want to say happy birthday to brother Jerry MASSAQUOI. Wish you many more years, brother. Enjoy your big day. All right, that's Jerry for us. Let's see what else here for one more. Some basic thing that I want to get out of the way before we go to some good stuff. All right, so I also want to, before I go there, let me put this image out. But let you say, it's false under that provision. Let's see. I wanted to. There's a communication coming in right there. I will look at it shortly. Elegant images from North Dakota. So, but before we go to those images from North Dakota, I also wanted to acknowledge our former queen from Delaware Valley chapter, Mercy Santo. Mercy Santo celebrated her birthday last night. We were there. Voice of Sino. It was a wonderful program, So we just wanted to acknowledge Mercy. She is the queen of Fasano County Association in Americas. This is the voice of Sino, so we can't do anything without recognizing the queen of Sino County. All right, so Mercy, again, with their last now, we wish you happy belated happy birthday, whatever the order is. Great, beautiful young lady. I understand you just turned, 13, big 13 right there. All right, Mercy, we just wanted to give you that gorgeous image from that program last night. Let's see what else we'll have for you. So let's see now. Let's go to some images that I want to share with you from North Dakota. Elegant images from North Dakota. All right, so President Francess Clarke Myers is in the Midwest. She touring the region. Last night she was in North Dakota. We're gonna bring that's the major aspect of the program today. We want to share that iconic speech from President Francess Clarke Myers. But in the meantime, we want to share some images with you from North Dakota to see the reception that the president got from the people. When you are loved, you see, because the people say, what is it? A picture worth 1,000 words, right? All right, so we're going to show you some images, some pictures from North Dakota, and not in specific order. So over here, that's the team, the guys that are on the delegation. That's Ernest and Milton and Mr. Kula. Great guys. So I think they were preparing to head. They were on their way to Minnesota when they took those images. I'm surmising here. That's another image over there. That's the Ernest and the president, Mr. Kula, and then my own little cousin, Lavetta, is also on our image supporting, showing that solidarity to the president, giving that full support. To the president. That's another beautiful image here from North Dakota. Just want to share some images first from that program, and we'll get to the main one here. So that's Lavetta. All right, the president, the delegates, the guys that went with her. Yeah, so that's the Her Royal Highness Queen Diana Carla Williams. Of course, it's in the corner of President Francess Clarke Myers. So you know what that means to have the queen on your side? It means a lot. It means that victory is nigh. Victory is near. To have Her Royal Highness giving you full, not partial support. We call that holistic support, comprehensive support. And that's what she gave the president. So right now, I can say the queen herself is canvassing right now for President Francess Clarke Myers, for her to be elected so that we can end this back and forth that's going on, the guy that whose time is over, but he doesn't want to leave. All right, so Queen Diana, we want to appreciate you, want to say thank you so much, for doing the right thing, for coming on the right side, of justice. You are one of the ladies in the union. You put your 100% into the affairs of the association. The history is there. As my great friend, one of my friends would say, he said one of his former classmates at the University of Liberia, they call him W. So W would say the records are there. So you have made the records. The records are there, indelibly written. They can be erased, so we want to actually appreciate you for joining President Francess Clarke Myers and sticking with the Constitution, because the Constitution is supreme and the decision of the General Assembly is also paramount, is above all else. So you understand the supreme document and the decision from North Dakota, you are also part of it. And so you are telling President Francess Clarke Myers, I'm with you. We are going to Florida. We are not going to go to some sectarian convention in Minnesota. The people that contested to host the convention along with the Florida chapter, and they were relegated. And then all of a sudden, this guy is throwing 10.10 drum to take a convention to Minnesota, which we call fiasco. All right. Let's look at another image here. This picture right here, just it's not too clear, but the people, the members from North Dakota, basically they were advertising the lapas, the fabric for the 2021 convention, Florida. You know, the advertising it, everybody. I mean, even in Pennsylvania last night, the Queen of Delaware Valley chapter, Ura Blair, also she was doing the marketing. She was selling some of the lapas last night. You know, so the people, the Queen also, I'll make a post later. She told me that, oh, Madison, ESOTERIC, make sure and make her a post to let the members know in North Dakota the lapas are here. You know, last night too, she took the lapas, the fabric, and the people are now purchasing, they are buying the lapas. I mean, like in bulk, you know, the fabrics are beautiful and qualitative, you know, so everybody that wants to get it. All right, let's see. Let me get another image to you here. Again, that's President Myers and the Queen, and then the wife of the board member, one of the board members from North Dakota, Mr. Maya Tooley, his gorgeous wife there, supporting President Francess Clarke Myers, you know. So let's see here what else we have here. Another image to show you, just doing some images here, elegant images from North Dakota. We got this right here. Is the whole crew last night. You know, that building was, the whole building was incapacitated, no space, you know, and President Francess Clarke Myers, the woman also called a human magnet, you know, she attracts people, you know, so anytime she appears somewhere, you know, people, they want to see her, you know, so last night, the people came from nearby states, you know, and towns and villages, you know, they went there to see the Cleopatra of the Sapo nation, the lady who is coming as the emancipator of the people, because she understands, as the great philosopher from Liberia, Dr. H. Bama Famula said in one of his speeches, he said the African people are their own liberators. You know, so President Francess Clarke Myers understands that the Sapo people are their own liberators, and so she is coming to liberate the people, to put in policy, to get programs in place, to make sure we follow the chain of command as enshrined in the Constitution. You know, the lady was a constitutionalist. Let's see also here. Let me see the image I got for you to share here. That's again, the Queen is just, she's quite excited to see the president. You know, so she can't wait to show her support. All right, so those are some of the images I wanted to share with you from North Dakota last night. It was wonderful, man. It was wonderful. Hopefully you follow. But I will share some videos and some speeches with you from North Dakota. You don't want to miss it. Great. It was a great occasion last night. President Francess Myers, she shot North Dakota down. I mean, metaphorically, you know. All right, so let's get to something else here that I want to talk about here too. All right, I call this a word of acknowledgement to the GBODEOR of the SARPOLAND, Julius JARRET, for upholding the principle of justice. You know, the GBODEOR has been on Facebook and propagating the message, trying to disabuse the public of the mendacities, the lies, the falsehoods, the other people are being spreading all over the place, and they're trying to distort the Constitution. And so the GBODEOR yesterday, last night in North Dakota, he was also palpably seen in the audience, speaking and upholding the values and the mores of our union. In substance, the GBODEOR was providing education. He went into the Constitution and said, as a body, we wrote a document. We don't have a dictator. We don't have a king. And so what we did, we wrote a document, And the document is called the Constitution, and will put things in play, the do's and the don'ts of the organization. And about from the local things, the former president seems not to be following the Constitution. So the Grand BODEOR, being the grand architect of the SARPO nation, the man who speaks to our ancestors, our progenitor, if you want, in other words, the BODEOR he said, I can't be here for injustice to prevail. And also he spoke very, very well last night, and I can't go ahead with the show without acknowledging the wonderful, wonderful job the BODEOR did last night, upholding the tenet of our supreme or organic document. You know, great BODEOR, that's what we need. I know you cannot bear the BODEOR title without implementing the vision of the people, without pushing what we all agreed on. And so I like the fact that you threw your weight beyond, President Francess Clarke, beyond the Constitution, because that's where President Francess Clarke is. So anybody who goes beyond the Constitution, it means that you are on the side of President Myers, because the other side doesn't respect the Constitution. And so they are doing everything outside the bracket of the Constitution. Meanwhile, they are calling themselves still the United Cyprus Association in America. So it baffles me when the guys, they keep calling themselves the United Cyprus Association, but in the same token, they are not honoring the document that the organization is operated by. And also, I want to say thanks to the Grand BODEOR for doing the right thing and continuing to provide education to our people. The more voices you have, educating the people. Already the former president's team, they have already been suffocated by the truth that we have been propounding over and over. So we let them go ahead and do more that way, because again, the guys, they have poked a substantial hole in our union. And also people have been calling me and say, oh Doc, where are we going for convention? And then I have to explain myself, oh, we are going to Florida. Don't listen to those few elements in Minnesota now trying to do their own thing, even though Minnesota, the whole chapter, everybody, just the guys that are beyond President GEO, they not even reach 30% of the population of the membership in that state. So we are still in good shape. The convention, after the Florida convention, the guys will get a message. The others are trying to negotiate, but yet they are not still listening. They are doing their own thing. All right, so we just wanted to acknowledge the Grand BODEOR for the wonderful job last night. Okay, Grand BODEOR, thank you so much. That's Grand BODEOR Julius Jarrett. All right. All right, so we have a great one coming up. Next one on the platform here. Let me see what I got for you. This one is, before I bring this one, it's very important and to see what the damage that some of these people we call cheerleading, what have you, the damage they are causing, in our union. But before I bring the next talking point, as I bring the way, let's play that music as I bring it. Then I will come so we can talk about the next thing.
I'm not
I said I get it.
Amandemone, as a chalajile, Amandemone. All right, so yeah, as a chalaji, you know, we are in exile, we are in a strange land. So what we have to do is to remain united, so that we will be able to do something for our nation. I don't like cliches, but they say divided we fall, together we stand. Unity is the way forward. You know, so the next thing I want to talk about, you know, when President Francess Clarke went to North Dakota, I called in the saboteurs. You know, they were trying to sabotage the visit of the president. But you know, again, when something is for you, it's for you. You know, so you know the former president and his team, they went to North Dakota as well. And the funny part is, President GBODEOR said he is the national leader of the SARPOLAND Association in Americas. But he went to one of the chapters in the union, North Dakota. But he did not call the local president there, Mr. Kolo. He did not go there he didn't even interact with the members over there. But at the same time, he's saying, I am the leader. I am the leader of the SAPO people. I mean, so I don't understand this sort of leadership that Green say. The sort of leadership that Green said, you know, he is, I mean, he's the national leader. How is it that you're a national leader, but then you can't speak to the members over there? You go there and put yourself in the cage, you know, or in the cave, as himself, the man himself said, you know, the lion is in the cave, you know. And so, but anyway, let's get to the video. The next thing that I want to talk about here tonight, over here, let me see. This one, I call this one, Madam Joyce SEEYON took her message of division to FARGO, North Dakota. Madam Joyce SEEYON took her message of division to FARGO, North Dakota. And when I hear or when I listen to the president and the thinkerful of people that follow him, it just sad. It's just unfortunate. Now, people will go around and spread divisive rhetoric or message, trying to divide your own people. It's just unfortunate. So what I want to do is I'm going to play first the video, right? And then after that, because the feature that I'm using on my software, I can interact with her, you know. So what I'll do, I will play the video so you can see it, and then I will play it from my other device here, just the audio, so I can interact. You know, that's how I do it here. I interact with speeches and things that people said, you know, or say. You know, so I want to play that video, and so you can listen for yourself, you know, so maybe you'll get it to yourself. You know, sometimes people say stuff and the voice is sounded. We pay attention to details, you know, so we bring everything, we break it down to you. But let's play this the message yesterday when Madam Joyce SEEYON and the former president, you know, the former president is a puppet of Madam Joyce SEEYON. You know, whatever she says, that's what Green does, you know. So Green doesn't have their own way. So The woman is literally pulling the brother by the nose, you know. So she went there last night and she overshadowed the brother. I mean, he got his hands in your pocket. I don't think that was I mean, you can't go to a program and get your hands in your pocket. It's unprofessional. But anyway, these basic professional etiquette, you know, I mean, some of our people didn't learn these things. There are certain things you just can't do at certain areas, you know. I mean, you have to observe the environment you are in, and then you act according to the dictate of that environment. But, you know, some of our friends don't understand what is going on. So let's play this quickly.
We're the Sabo people. We're not here before, but now we are here. We are here. So on behalf of the Sabo organization, before I speak, I want to tell you guys that you're like on the way. We're going to have a national convention in Minnesota this year. August on the 19th to the 25th. And you guys are most welcome. Thank you. Y'all let us go be on the way strong. On behalf of the Sabo people, I will talk on behalf of myself first. I received a letter from you guys, but before the president called me, and she said, I'm a cheerleader, I'm wearing an eyeglass. And an iPhone eyeglass for what? She said, I got an invitation for you. I said, well, I want to give it to her. But tonight I came to let you guys know that our National Cheerleading Association, I do not have an invitation for you guys. Putting me into office, you guys were there. And you're still by me. And you're supporting me. That's why we need in the community. We need to support each other. We need to let each other out. That's what we're going to about. We need to be there for one another for our organization, for our community to grow. So tonight, in my own year, national charity, and on behalf of my husband, I give a $500.
All right. That was Madam George SEEYON last night in Dakota, FARGO, North Dakota. They went to a program of I think executive women. All right, so you just listen to the message, right? My job here is I am a critical detective. I listen to people and give you the minute details that you may not get, or the large ones that you get. And also the minute or the smaller details and the larger details, my job is to elaborate, to expand on those things so that they will make better sense to you, so that they can sink in better. So we just listened to the former national chair lady of the United Sarpolans Association, who has decided to break away to follow the president who broke away as well. All right. So basically, President Gio subscribed to what they call the philosophy of Guineanism. All right. The philosophy of Guineanism will be explained later. But let's listen to this video here. Let me point out what you got or may not get. All right. So let's listen one more time here.
And the officials are all here.
Now, the first thing she said over there, my national president, okay? So you have to understand the possessive adjective, mine, okay? It's showing possession. She said, my national president. She didn't say our national president. So that's the first thing. So Green GBODEOR is Madam Joyce SEEYON's national president, my national president. Okay, so she has personalized Green GBODEOR. That's her son. All right. So my national president. Okay. Let me put something here up. While I do that, I like to interact with these people. Let me put a replica. The lady and her son. All right. Upward Jukon. So that's why, Upward Jukon. She put her son back. All right. So that's the first thing she said. She said, my national president, not our national president. Okay. So you have to understand this lady believes in division, not unity. Okay? This is a lady that we honor, or that was honored in the UU. We give her all of the respect that she due, or that she deserves. We give it to her. But unfortunately, Madam SEEYON has dropped the ball along the way. All right? Because she sees nothing else in the union. She has eliminated the objective of the organization from her mind. She has practically erased the deplorable condition, the bad living condition of our people back home. She has replaced that with Green GBODEOR. So her job in the U.S. now is to celebrate Green GBODEOR and not to find a way to implement our vision to help our people. So she said, my national president.
Use one stone or came to rent tonight. We the Sabo people. We're not here because but now we are here. We are here.
All right, so we the Sabo people, we were not here, but now we are here. Okay? So when she said we the Sabo people, she's speaking in code. Okay, she's speaking she's not speaking holistically as a Sapo people. She is speaking in the context of Minnesota, or the few elements in Minnesota that are worshiping Green GBODEOR. She is Green is the father. She is they got a trinity over there. So Green is the father, she is the mother, and then the rest they fall in the other bracket as the their sons or daughters, and stuff like that. So George Seyon say the United Sapota Association, but mind you, she is not obeying the Constitution of the United Sapota Association. So when you say the Sapo people, okay, the Sapo people, then it begs the question, I mean, what sort of Sapo people are you talking about? Because from the local things right now, the people, they are succeeded from the legitimate body of the union. Okay, they are fragmentary group right now. They have set themselves aside.
So on behalf of the Sapo Foundation, before I speak, I want to tell you guys that you are on the way to our national convention in Minnesota this year.
So she said that she told the people, your letter will be on the way pretty soon, and that's what I'm saying. Madam George Seyon took her a message of division to FARGO. Okay, you have to understand, negotiations are on the way. They're trying to bridge the gap. They're trying to convince the former president to go to Florida. So George Seyon is not in that direction. She doesn't want to go to Florida. So she went over there and said, your letter will be on the way, or is on the way. That is to say, she is having another convention in Minnesota. She is not going to Florida. So she's sending another letter in the name of the United Sapota Association in Americas, although she is not following the constitution of the organization. She's sending letters out to people to come to Minnesota. And the lady was in Fargo, North Dakota. The decision to go to Florida, she was part of that decision. She voted to go to Florida. Okay, Joyce Seyon voted for the convention, the next convention, to go to Florida. Now she is going against her own decision. So it begs the question, why should anybody trust George Seyon when she cannot keep her own words? The General Assembly of the United Sapota Association is the highest decision-making body, and the decision of that body is binding on all, including George Seyon. But George Seyon is saying now, no, I am following Green Code GBODEOR, who is not doing the right thing. And so I'm sending letters out to people. I'm sending your letter, the supreme ladies or executive lady of FARGO. I will send you out your letter on the way. So that's part of the division that George Seyon is spreading around. It is unfortunate that George Seyon too has fallen off the moral trapeze. She is now in a desert of wrongness, like Green Code GBODEOR is. Okay, she pulling this man all over the place, and Green is not man enough to say, you know what, I can't follow you. Green will be in Labrador and say, money making machine, I want $60,000. And George Seyon is sending letters all over the place instead of coming to, because if you look in our constitution, the national chair lady is the head of the cultural committee. So I don't know which document now she operating by. She's not going by the United Sapota Association document anymore. Listen to George Seyon here.
Tell you guys that y'all are on the way to our national convention in Minnesota this year.
Yeah, they are having a national convention this year in Minnesota. That's what JOYCE told the people in her campaign to divide the people. The woman is committed to dividing the SARPO people. And so he said, this year, we are sending electors so you can come to Minnesota. Okay? That's JOYCE for you. And I will bring all of that out here to expose the divisive elements in our midst. The people that believe in worshiping certain elements and not doing the right thing or things. JOYCE now has joined the campaign to divide the SARPO people.
I received a letter from you guys before the president called me. And she said, I'm a cheerleader. I went to IRES. And I come IRES over. She said, I got an invitation for you. I said, well, I want to give it to her. But tonight I came to let you guys know that our National Cheerleader Association has an invitation for you guys.
Now, there's something, you see, if you listen to the battle cry of the organization they want to visit, they say, women, oh, women, right? Then they say, together we shall succeed. Together. The people are talking unity, right? But JOYCE went to FARGO to preach division. The people are saying, together we shall succeed. JOYCE mantra is, divided we shall succeed. Okay, so you see the radical philosophical distinction between the organization that JOYCE went to support and the side she's from. She is dividing the SARPO people and calling Green Code GBODEOR factional group, the United SARPO Association. But the people she went to visit, they are sending her a clear message, but she didn't pay attention. They say, unlike you, who is dividing your people, for us, we are together. So together, we shall succeed. You see? So you have to be smart. The people are sending coded message to JOYCE and Green Code GBODEOR. Together, women or women. Together, we shall succeed. And green on the other side, divided, we shall succeed. Okay? The guy making a noise back there. Okay? So, you see the difference? So, these are things that I'm showing. Other people are preaching unity. JOYCE and Green Code GBODEOR, they are supporting division. Okay? Let's listen to JOYCE. All right, we want to say congratulations to JOYCE for the handsome donation to the executive women. I can't, at least for me, I can't take it from her. She is not savage. She's generous. That I can say for sure. She's not a mean person. In other words, you know, her fists are not tight. So she gives a lot. That I mean, I can give her. So we want to say congratulations, former chair lady of the United Supporters Association, even though you are dividing us now. All right, let's listen to what she said next. Okay, you just heard Josh saying over there. We will not go down. We inside. We are inside. What is it that they are inside? She went among different people, strangers, and she said, we are on it. We're inside. Okay? So again, that's the division I'm talking about. Joyce Senior is inside confusion. So we are inside. That's why she's preaching over there. She went there not to donate, give for handsome donation to the people and go sit down. She must preach division. Yes. We inside. We inside. Joyce Senior is not focusing the children in SIONE County that are not in school. Our elders that need basic over-the-counter medications, Tylenol, Advil, and you name it, to help them. When I was coming out, they used to like the elders, they used to like something they call koto. You know, these are things that we can lower barriers and send to our people. Madam Idepoa the other day, just one lady and her team, they sent, like 18-wheeler truck to Putu, Grand to help the people over there. We have an organization with resources. But George Sayan and others, they are not thinking about that. They are saying, we're inside, we're making flour. That's what's important to us. Our children that are not in school in Liberia, it's not important to her. The people that are drinking dirty water in Liberia, that is not important to George Sayan. The nurses' quarter that they are breaking about that is empty. That Kolo, Pen, Ballet, Soba, me and Pen, that the animals, the cat, the goats, the sheep, those animals, they don't want sleeping in the nurses' quarter that they built because no mattress, let me not say mattress, no mat in our building. Okay? No generator to power the building. All right. I mean, Johnson District as a whole, given the resources we have, if we stay together, we can even power the whole city. We can buy a massive generator that can power the whole place. No, that is not important to George Senior. We inside that plow, making plow that was important to George Senior. You see, that's the bad thinking of some of these people. And then when Dr. Ayepo speaks about this thing, he likes, no, I don't like people that think bad. I don't like bad thinkers. And George Senior has put herself in the bracket of bad thinkers, like Green Code GBODEOR. And so she's saying, we're inside. We fought war in our country for 14 years. Innocent people die. The children that are drugged, that fought during the war, they call some of them Zogos right now, Zogis and stuff like that. The infrastructure of the country was damaged, was ruined. Yet, some of us that are privileged to be in this United States, the greatest country on earth, to amalgamate our resources to help our people, they are here to say, we inside, we'll fight. How sad. Why would Joyce Senior put herself in this category? Her mother that's supposed to take care of the children. I told her what mothers do. No, this mother now, she said, no, we're inside. We'll fight. I'm gonna fall. That's what I'm here for in America. I'm here to fight. I'm not here to help to change the humanitarian crisis in Liberia, in SIONE County. No, we'll fight. That's why it's important to join SEEYON. Oh man, I'm so saddened when I heard that. We inside. Wow. You serious? Our mother is talking like that? We inside? All right. Let's listen to Joyce here. All right, so another $500 was donated, was given to the executive women of FARGO. Another $500. Mother Joyce SEEYON gave on behalf of her husband herself $500 because the people sent her a different invite. And then they sent a calling to her. They sent another communication to the United Support Association in Americas. Now, I don't know whether we have the right to see or to have to know about communications that come to us from the outside. Do we, as members of the United Support Association, do we have the right to know? Or only GBODEOR and his group in Minnesota are supposed to know when people send our communication to come and support them? These people come and support us. So we call it SUSU. Or bookmen we call it reciprocal advantage. You scratch my back, I strike your back. The other word for it is quid pro quo. You do me, I do you, you know, quick. This is the same thing. So Joyce SEEYON and Green GBODEOR, they received a communication from the executive women of FARGO, but it was only localized. The last time I checked, when I was the publicity chairman, when the people send communication, I publicize it so that the people can see it. So the members that are making, they're paying the dues and they're paying the $100, whatever contribution the leaders put out, so that they can know. But we don't know this time around. They conceal this from us. They hid the communication from us. And so the one that we didn't, up to now, we didn't see the communication, but they gave $500 cash on behalf of the United Support Association in Americas. Now it begs the question, where does the $500 come from? Is it from the purse or personal purse of Mother Joyce SEEYON, or from the personal pocket of Green GBODEOR? Is it from the pocket of Caesar Toba, or from the paycheck of Larry King or Sapo Larry King? Where did the money come from, the $500? Or better yet, did the guys go in our account and illegally withdrew another $500 to go and give it to the people? Is it a bad thing to help other organizations? No. It's not a bad thing, but we want it to be done in keeping with our documents. Okay, so we are left now to speculate, because Green GBODEOR and Joyce SEEYON, they are hiding everything from us. So we have no option but to speculate. Did Green GBODEOR, you have to understand, Green went against the decision of the General Assembly, carry convention to Minnesota. He went against the decision or the proposal of the elders, all the recommendations of the elder. He brushed aside. He didn't listen to the board of directors. He sent the voucher to go to Liberia, and the board said, no, we can't approve that. Carried the voucher back. Green still went in the account and took $7,236.28 and went to Liberia to break morale, because that's why he told on the conference. He has to go to Liberia to break morale. Okay. Now again, $500 was given last night in FARGO. Did Green go in the account again to take another $500 from that account? The Sapa people, your money is going. Okay. I mean, until Green and JOYCE tell me the source where they got the money from, I will surmise, I will guess, I will speculate that the money they gave last night, it came from our account. Now, somebody might argue and say, you know what? But the United Sapota Association, that you've been reading, it says that the president is allowed to take $500 maximum. Anything $500 or less, the president can approve that money without board intervention. That would be a cogent and valid argument to make. But here is the problem. If you read the same Constitution, it also it says that the board should be notified. Let the board be in the know. All right. Also, the Constitution says, with respect to that money, I mean, yeah, the board should be notified and a report should be made. Okay. The board is not in the know whether the money was taken from our account or not. Green did not tell us that. They didn't communicate anything to us. So we are in big trouble. We are in big trouble. Our people are suffering back home, and the guys are dancing in our money here. It's sad for us. Yes, it's sad. $500. Also, what makes this wrong, if the money was taken from the account, what makes it wrong is that Green GBODEOR is no longer the president of the United Sapota Association. All the guys that are working with Green GBODEOR, they are no longer covered by the Constitution. The board already reminded them and said that don't go to our account. You are no longer in charge of the organization. So if they go in the account and withdraw that amount, they are still being wrong. They are wrong. They are not covered by the Constitution. If they are covered by the Constitution and the money was withdrawn, then of course they'll be right. But as it is right now, they are operating as a French group. They are not legitimate. And so any attempt to go whether that 5 cents or not is wrong. And the resolution for North Dakota also says that all withdrawals from the account, it should be accompanied by a voucher. Okay, so assuming that the $500 was taken from the account, there should have been a voucher sent to the board, not for approval, but just for the record. It should seem, but that what we agree on, that's a resolution. And that's why President Gio brother was quoting the other day. When the board does not approve, when you send a voucher in 2 weeks, you can take the money. But $500 or less, the president can approve it. But the voucher still got to be sent to the board so we can keep record, we can keep track of our finances. But now $500 is gone. All right. Once you bear, when you say the United Sapota Association, you are donating. Once you bear our label, then we must conclude that you are using our money. If you are a different organization, if you say, you know what, Green GBODEOR Association in Americas, and you donate $500, we'll have no reason to question you because you are not operating under the umbrella of the USAA. But when you say the United, you are going there as representation of the United Sapota Association, you are accountable to us. Where did you get the money from? And I will surmise, given the history of Green GBODEOR, the money came from our account. These people are not trustworthy. Green GBODEOR own brother told us the other day, we are on the guy's back. Okay? They are on, Green GBODEOR own brother is on his back, not to tamper with our money, but they are still tampering with our money. They are not telling you anything, no financial report, nothing. Okay? So let's finish JOYCE and go to something else. All right, so that's Manager JOYCE message of division. that she delivered last night in FARGO, North Dakota. Now, here's my call to other organizations, including the executive or the sorority sisters of North Dakota called the Executive Women. Here's my message to you. We appreciate the fact that you came the last time to support us. The former chairlady is right. Let us support each other. Now, but in the same token, I want to send this message to you. When there is a crisis in a sister organization, when there is a crisis in a sister organization, do not support a faction. We want you, if you are a good organization out there, if we have an issue, we want you to come and support us to solve that problem. Don't side with a faction and group. It doesn't make you to look good. And so I'm calling on all community organizations that Green Code GBODEOR and JOYCE will send communications to. If you go and support their faction and group, what you are doing is you are dividing the SARPO people. You are helping the guys to divide us. And I don't think you want to do that. If you have an issue, we will also find a panacea to that problem you have. We will not help to foster to widen the divides or the divide. Right now, when you go to the convention that JOYCE says that she's going to send you a communication to come there in August, when you go there, you are implicitly supporting the division in our union. Yeah, I don't want you to do that. If you want to support us, come to Florida. That's why you're supposed to come. We will send a communication to you. If you have extra money to give JOYCE, that's fine. But Florida Convention is what JOYCE herself approved in FARGO. And so I'm asking you to follow the decision that JOYCE made in FARGO to go to Florida and not to go to Minnesota. If you are a friend and you want to go there on the basis of bodyism or friendship, that's fine. But if you want to keep the dream, to foster the dream and aspirations of the United States Association, please come to Florida. Don't go to Minnesota. Because again, if you go to Minnesota, you are dividing us. Green Code GBODEOR and JOYCE, they have established another United States Association in Minnesota. And that's why I was talking about the philosophy of Guianism, right? The philosophy of Guianism is from the former president of the Grand Jury Association in Americas, Mr. Fred Guian. The board impeached the president, and he said he's not leaving. Therefore, he established his own organization. But there is a difference between the Grand Jury situation and that of the United States Association. Mr. Guian established the Grand Jury Association in the diaspora. He got his own organization. But in this case, Green Code GBODEOR is still operating under the umbrella of the United States Association. But yet, he is not following our supreme document. He is not obeying his own mandate from North Dakota. So I am beseeching you and an organization out there, do not foster the division of Green Code GBODEOR and JOYCE. I'm begging you. We should not support faction and groups. People that do not want to follow laws. We are in these United States, a country of law, where the people laws are working. Do people circumvent the law here? Yes. But when you are caught, you are dealt with accordingly. But President Myers, in your speech, he asked the question. Faction and groups. Sorry, guy. She asked the question, are we going to learn the good things of America or the bad things? And I want to learn the good things. and not let us not subscribe to the bad things like JOYCE and other people are doing. So the organizations out there, the good ones, please come support us. When you get a communication for Florida, that is the legitimate one. That's the convention support that the JOYCE and the Green COGEDEOR, they support. The Green COGEDEOR send $4,000 in keeping with our Constitution, because according to our Constitution, any chapter that is hosting a convention gets $4,000 for preparation to secure a venue. And so in keeping with that, Green COGEDEOR and JOYCE, they send $4,000 to Florida, to the Florida chapter, to host our next convention. Now they are leaving it. They say, you know what, we don't care for the people hard-earned dollars. We're going to take additional $4,000 or whatever they are all going to cost in Minnesota to have another convention. Do not, please, do not support the bad decision of Green COGEDEOR and his follower and his chairlady, JOYCE, who said, my national president. All right. Let's transition to something else. That's my call to any organization out there that wants to support the dreams and aspiration of the United Sapolo Association. All right, let me look at some of your comments, and then we'll come to the major topic for the night. Why the board can send letter to the coast to stop the few groups of people that caucus. You know, all right, I missed that one. Florida all the way. That's right. That's the vice president of Florida chapter. They send the money to them to secure the hall, and now they are doing something different. You know, so do not foster the divisive agenda of JOYCE and Green COGEDEOR. Please, if you're all the good organizations out there, please support the legitimate organization, the United Sapolo Association. We did not agree to go to Minnesota to have a convention. We agreed in FARGO 2019 to go to Florida for convention. That's what JOYCE herself voted for. That's what Green COGEDEOR himself voted for. All the people that went to the executive ladies functions last night, that went to that function, all of them voted to go to Florida. And so in the middle of the game, or if you have disagreement, you cannot change the venue. And our Constitution does not give the president the authority to establish where we have convention. It is within the purview of the General Assembly. The people that gather in convention, that's what constitutes General Assembly according to our Constitution. All right. So please do not support Green COGEDEOR's and JOYCE's divisive campaign. All right. Let's get to the last talking point, which I think will take our time tonight, because it's very important, and we have to get the message out there to the people. The message that was preached, the sermon that was delivered brilliantly last night by the Cleopatra of the Sapo Nation, Madam Francess Clarke. Let's get to that quickly. Let's get to the message of the great lady of the United Sapolo Association. So I call this President Francess Clarke Myers' iconic oration that swept North Dakota and sent Mr. Green COGEDEOR, or Mr. GELEO, and his disciples into hiding. Okay? President Francess Clarke Myers' iconic oration that swept North Dakota and sent Mr. GELEO and his disciples into hiding. Okay? Let's look at that for a second here. But before we do so, I want you to listen to preliminary. That is the incoming vice president of the United Sapolo Association, Mr. Mane. he spoke briefly, so like maybe a mini, and then we'll bring President Francess Clarke on. You see what the incoming vice president said last night in Fargo, North Dakota. Let me see. Hopefully, I'll get the right one. Okay, before I play that, this is instructive. Let me play the video first, the one I just played. That video was when the members were celebrating after the president's speech, and the queen, the national queen, came up with the lapels and stuff like that for marketing, and the people, they were parading with the lapels all over the place last night to show the elegance of the fabric. Let's see. I want to get that picture down. Quickly. Give me a second, please. All right, let's see. Let's get the let me get to the video now. And listen, let's see what went on last night over there. Some of the activities, the members, how excited they were. All right, so you just seen the tip of the iceberg from Fargo last night. The people are saying this is the prelude of what you're going to see in Florida. You know, but when the video are playing, if you pay attention enough, the people were talking at the back, and they were saying things about green. You know, I'm watching. That's one person said that. I'm watching. Inside, but when you say I'm watching, it means that we want to change that person. You know, I'm watching. That's what somebody said back there. I'm on black or something like that. We'll beat the man. You know, I'm on black. Green acting like woman. That's what somebody said. So you can see that the people, they are getting the message. They know who is the problem in the union. If you get them after the video, listen again. The people are saying, I'm on chin, I'm on black. Green is acting a woman. These are some of the words the people are saying in our video. You see? So the reason, again, one of the major reasons why Green does not want to go to Florida is because Amwambla will beat the man, not physically, but democratically. At the ballot box will beat the man. And so he does not want to be beaten. And I told you the other day, the man has a fear of what we call genocracy, the fear of women, authority. So the woman will beat him, so he does not want to go to Florida. And so that what the people were echoing that sentiment last night in the building. Now, let me recognize my mother here. Mother Dwight, how you doing? Welcome on board. And the people that just joined me, welcome to Voice of Sound. Now, let's get to another video here that I want to show you, and we'll get to the major one for tonight. So this one is the incoming National Vice President, Mr. Manan, about to speak. You know, the standard bearer of course, Madam Francess Clarke went to visit his state, and so he has to make some remarks, you know, before the main lady can come on. So let's listen to Mr. Manan here, what he said.
Unifier is our dream. To make sure that everything goes in a perfect place. To make sure that we all work together. We are one family. We are one another people. I want to take this time to say thank you to the Almighty Father God to have our incoming president, Madam Francess Clarke, in our midst. We fear nothing, just to do wrong. We do what is right, that will satisfy our people. We are here for the Sapo people. We don't believe in individual interests. We believe in the masses. We believe in our people. What can we do for them to uplift our community? And that's the dream Francess is about to work on. She is about to implement. And as a fellow citizen of the Sapo Belt, what I believe in is unity. What I believe in is development. What is change? Rason Sanitary District will be the #1 renowned district within the Republic of Liberia. We build our district, but I want us to come together as one family. And I want to take this time to welcome Madam Clarke. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Brilliant. That was a succinct, brief, but to the point. So you can see the symmetrical thought of the two people that are coming on board. Mr. Manan was clear what he believes in. He said, I believe in unity. I believe in development. So they are coming, the team of development, the team that is built and established to liberate our people from abject poverty, from the suffering that people, at least they can't eradicate or get rid of the problems, of all the problems, because the problems are many and they are massive. But they will make a significant impact. Then we are seeing over the past 3 years where the other people will say, we're inside. We are here to make plow. The other people say no. The honorable come, Mr. Manan will say, no, I believe in development. I believe in unity. We fear nothing but to do the right. We don't want to do the right thing. We fear nothing but to do the right thing. We want to do the right thing. That's what we are here for. We don't fear nothing. Doing the wrong thing is not what we're here for. We want to do the right thing. And the right thing is not to polarize, not to divide the people, The right thing is to keep the people united, to develop. Because in unity, there is massive and unconquerable strength. Okay? The way United States is the United States. We are here, but we not. I don't know why we're paying attention. We just say the words, we don't pay attention. United States. And we call ourselves United SARPO. So Mr. Mana is saying, I believe in unity. United people. I believe in development. Okay, so he welcomed the Cleopatra. Now that bring Madam Francess Clarke Myers on. I will play a quick short video, and then I will interact with the audio from the back here. That way I will do a better job than not just to listen to the video. So let's see what President Francess Clarke Myers said from the beginning of her speech.
I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so excited to be here tonight. President Kudo, thank you for having us here tonight. Vice President Steady, members, officers of the North Dakota chapter, Her Royal Highness, Queen Diana, the First Lady, Dr. Kudo, thank you for having us tonight. The second lady in the house. Thank you for having us here tonight. Where's the cheerleader? I never met her.
I work.
Okay. I know. Okay. All the officials, I recognize you, and the members of North Dakota chapter. Thank you for allowing me to come here to speak to my own people. You know, when I come to North Dakota, 2019, we were here, and the convention was so unique. I mean, I couldn't wait to come back here, but you know, everything has time. I think this is the time for me to come back here. I travel with few officials of mine on the Mayor Money team. This is my campaign manager, Mr. Leighton Sugar. This is my financial secretary, Mr. Ms. Farley. Team. This is my vice president, Mr. William Money. And I stand up here tonight to announce to you, Mr. Jacob Kula, as the campaign manager and I want to say thank you. Why are we here tonight? What is the purpose of Francess Clarke Myers leaving her comfort zone to come here? It is very important. I want to first of all give God the glory, the one that makes the heaven and the earth.
All right, so just the introductory remarks over there. I just wanted to give you a little bit because the real video is with me here. I will interact with it. That's what I want to do. That's a game plan for the night. But in the that introduction over there, she says something. So let's see. I want to bring something up here quickly for us. I think I took the image down, but I will call that. It's a breaking news. Well, the breaking news here that we are listening to that audio. The breaking news that I want to that I got from there is that Mr. Jacob Kula was announced for the first time to be the campaign chairman of Madame Francess Clarke in Minnesota. That's a breaking news. I don't know about that. I know about Ernest, of course, Ernest Farley, who is the financial man, and Milton, who is the honorable, who is the campaign chairman. But we want to say congratulations to Mr. Jacob Kula for taking the appointment by the president to be the campaign chairman for President Myers in Minnesota. Very important. That's a major breaking news. Mr. Kula is a very highly influential man in Minnesota. And also having such a man to be the campaign manager for Minnesota for the Myers and Manning team, well, this is another nail in the political coffin of Mr. Green GBODEOR. For such a high caliber man to accept to be the chairman for a campaign chairman for Francess Clarke Myers in Minnesota, we can safely say it's a done deal for Green GBODEOR. And so that's one of the reasons why he doesn't want to go to Florida. He's seeing the caliber of people that are supporting President Francess Clarke Myers. All right, so that's something I just wanted to highlight for now. Let's get to the audio of the speech President Francess Clarke Myers here. Let's get to it. The speech has a meat. It has a lot of good stuff in it, and I can't just gloss over it. I want us to listen to it, and I will put it in context for us here. Let's see. Let me get to that speech quickly. It's here. Dark side, put it, and it's right here. Let me open this.
I think that's the best approach. That I to do the job of in the past for 7 years. 2019 we were here. Decided to be here tonight. President Dakota.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having us here tonight. Vice President Slevy, and the members, officers of the North Dakota chapter, Her Royal Highness, Queen Diana. The Vice Lily, Dakota, thank you for having us tonight. Thank you. The second Lily in the house. Thank you for having us here tonight. What's the challenge? I never met her. Okay. I know. Okay. All the officials, I recognize you, and the members of North Dakota chapter. Thank you for allowing me to come here to speak to my own people. You know, when I come to North, I know 2019 we were here, and the convention was so unique. I mean, I couldn't wait to come back here, but you know, everything has time. I think this is the time for me to come back here. I travel with a few officials of mine on the Mayo Money team. This is my campaign manager, Mr. Milton Shibet. This is my Financial Secretary, Mr. Ernest Farley. Team. There's my Vice President, Mr. William Manning. And I stand up here tonight to announce to you, Mr. Jacob Kula, as the campaign manager. I want to say thank you. Why are we here tonight? What is the purpose of Francess Clarke Myers?
Now the Cleopatra is about to give her the telos, the purpose, the goal, the reason why she is in North Dakota. Take a listen.
Leaving her comfort zone to come here. It is very important. I want to first of all give God the glory, the one that made the heaven and the earth, who made me to even stand here tonight. And my fallen hero, my father Johnny T. Clarke, that went home to rest, that I just took home to bury. As you see, I'm still mourning. But nevertheless, I stood on a casket that day and I said, Papa, you met me or you left me a politician. So I am a politician now. So I will carry on. So I cannot move for a long time because it is important. I'm happy and I'm sad. It's silent. That many days I stay in my home and I want to cry. Because this is not an organization that I envision. This is not an organization that we try to build. That we try to stand up.
All right, so she laying the premise, she giving you the basic. And there's something she said from the beginning there. She said, I am happy and I'm sad. Right? So right now we call that sentimental. She's a sentimental dualist. You know, she got two feelings right now, the sensation that she's feeling. She's happy and she is sad. All right. She is happy because of the reception that the people give her, because of the bulk of the people in the union that are still hoping or planning to go to Florida. The large number of people who still support the Constitution. The large number of people that still are working to obey the decision of the General Assembly. That when she said, I'm happy, those are some of the things that make her happy. On the other hand, what makes her sad, she about to lay out to you. You don't have to hear it from me.
And stand out among the different organizations within the USA. We try. I can remember when we hosted the 2018 convention in Delaware Valley chapter, and we raised a lot of money, almost 80,000. That's right. And I can remember when we went to the cookout and some few leaders of our community for different organizations came to me, and they said, "How did you do it, Sapo people? You are not even accounting. How did you do it?" And I said one thing to them: unity. That's how.
So you see, the people again, they are on the same psychological path. The vice president talked about unity, and then she came, and the people asked 2018, what did you guys do to raise such huge sum of money, almost $80,000? And she just summarized it: unity. Okay, unity. Because they understand that's how you get things done. You don't grow in the middle of division. Division, confusion, and those things, they break things down. They don't grow people. And so these people, they are saying, we support unity. We are united. We believe in unity. That's how we make an impact. So those out there, when we remain united, they will mimic our example. People were already referring to us, and they are still referring to us. And so these two leaders, they want to continue that tradition, the tradition of unity that Mr. Obaku inaugurated, that he continued for 2 terms in office, which now Mr. GBODEOR has ruined. So Madam Francess Clarke and Manen, they are coming to say, you know what? We're going to revive the organization again. We will not allow Green Code GBODEOR for our people. We will not allow the guy to carry our people backwards and backwards. When we get there, there will be a radical transformation.
Because we were unified and we spoke with one voice, and whatever we wanted to do, we did it together. This organization went through testy time in the past for 7 years.
So now she's doing historical reflection right now. Because to get to where we are right now, we have to reflect on history. One who forgets the past is bound to repeat it. So she, as somebody who is a progeny, a child of a great man of the SARPOLAND, when you are a leader, you have to be a historian, because you have to review the past in order to inform the future. And so she has to do historical reflection to see where we were before and where we are now and where Green has taken us.
Go to the elders and the officials that came together, that tried to put this organization back together. And Mr. Obaku Nyuma and Mr. GBODEOR they were elected at the time to carry on.
So notice that she recognized the people that made effort to get a unity, the relative unity that we enjoyed for a few years, 2 terms on Obaku, and then the first half of Green GBODEOR's administration that we enjoyed. So the people that made effort for us to achieve that, she acknowledged them. And now she about to transition to Green Code GBODEOR and Obaku administration.
This organization. And for 4 years, Mr. Obaku Nyuma stabilized our union. For 4 years. He went through a bitter election time, the first time in Philadelphia, with Honorable Kai Wole. He defeated Kai Wole. And he worked the first 2 years to the point that when it was time for his re-election, the Federal Election Commission, in 2015, when we went to Minnesota for election, there was nobody to go against him. Because why? The Suffolk people have resolved. They say if this man can take the organization from crashing and stabilize it for 2 years, with no money in the account, but you were able to raise money, let us give you another chance. You see, the people can.
So you see, she gave you again she gave you a little background, historical background, where we were, what Obaku did. You know, Obaku, when he came, the organization again was divided for 7 years, and they went to a contentious election, well contested. Another strong SARPO man, Mr. Honorable Kai Wole, who is the I think editor-in-chief of African Star, a newspaper. I mean, you can follow him. He writes very well, very educated man. And Obaku relegated him. So that was a challenge for Obaku. So Obaku, in the president words, she said the man stabilized the organization. Okay? And that is undisputable. You can't deny that. The United Sapota Association was in good shape on Obaku. No contestation to the contrary. Okay? Now listen to the one more here.
See what you do for them to give you another chance. That's
So I want to make the point here. So Obaku led for the first term in office. And then, because by then the Constitution gives 2 years to serve. So it was in 2017 or 2016 or 2017 when they increased it to 3 years. I think it's 2017. So Obaku did excellent work his first term. And so, and when he did everything in keeping with the Constitution, he set an electoral commission ahead of time. He doesn't want to disenfranchise certain people that want to run. So he settled everything. When we got to Minnesota, the people said, why should we run against this man? So everybody the genuflected to the magnificent work that Obaku did. When I say genuflect, they bend down basically. They say, you know, sir, they just say, respect. We can't compete with you. We'll give you the motto on web ballot. Go ahead with a wonderful job you're doing. On the contrary, Mr. GBODEOR first term expired last year. He refused to set an election commission. So you see, he did not learn anything from Obaku because he was the vice president on Obaku. But Obaku did everything systematically, legally. But the vice president, again, remember, he's a Joseph Boyka of the Sapota Association. You were packed in the garage. And so he didn't know what his boss man were doing. When you are packed in the garage and the boss man is in the office working, you don't know what he's doing. So Green was packed in the garage. As a consequence, he didn't know how to organize, how to run an NGO. So Baku did everything right, and the people were excited. And I mean, money, the organization had little or nothing in the account. The man left about $65,000. If you add the last convention in Jackson, let's say North Carolina, you're talking about almost $80,000 he left in the account. Okay, so he was a great, wonderful leader. You were trying to build a state-of-the-art hospital in Joison, and then a German company went there and build a hospital for us. So there was a change of plan. You have to understand, you have only 2 years to serve. And so you never have enough time. Like Green he has 3 years, and he squandered the whole 3 years. And just talking about next quarter, and the people are talking about, we'll fight. Yeah, we're inside, you know, that what they're wasting their time on. Let's listen to Francess Clarke here.
how Mr. Obaku never got web ballot in Minnesota. But he did set an election commission. He opened it up for people to register. People just did not want to run against him. That's how we gave him web ballot. So I'm coming here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, not to worry you up. It is for us to preach unity. For me, I will continue to preach unity. Here with unity. And how do you come up with unity without even identifying the source of the problem? In order resolution, in order for you to solve the problem, you should know the source of the problem. Where did we come from, or where are we going?
So the woman is giving, she is lecturing on the final point of governance. You cannot solve a problem without knowing the cause or the root causes of the problems. If you went to a doctor, the doctor will not just wake up. You say, "Oh, I'm not feeling well." They can just wake up and give you a medication, right? They have to get some subjective information from you. I mean, tell me how you feeling, and on a scale of 1 to 2, how, if you have pain, is it 10? I mean, so they do that to engage how they can tackle your ailment. Okay, so Madam Francess Clarke Myers is saying, in order to address the rifts in the union, we have to know the root causes of the rift. That's why she's giving us the background. Listen here. Listen to what she said.
I have come tonight to talk to Valley chapter. I am Valley. Valley chapter. Yeah. Now, what is going on today? Actually, it's not between me and the national president.
Not at all. Not at all.
It is between the national president and the board. I can remember when we elected Mr. Green GBODEOR in North Carolina, 2017. We went ballot. We were so united in our home. The hall was given to us as long as we wanted to stay in our hall. We stayed in our hall that night. And I can remember we were so happy. And we took the party outside of the hall. And we were out there until 4 o'clock in the morning. Nobody wanted to go home. Marie and I were singing our traditional songs. And we were dancing. We were in cycle. We were dancing. And we were happy that our national vice president took over the union. 2017. Where are we today?
That's a fundamental question. Where are we today? The woman told you in North Carolina when the Green Court GBODEOR came to power, the euphoria was uncontrollable. The people were so excited. They were elated beyond imagination. The people celebrated until up to 4 a.m. in the morning. The people say, "Yo, have fun. Celebrate." The excitement of the people was anchored on the history of Obaku that he established. And given that Green is relatively young and he was under the leadership tutelage of Obaku, the people thought they would have seen the continuation of the Obaku's legacy or philosophy. But lugubriously, unfortunately, sadly, melancholically, the president asked a rhetorical question: where are we now? What happened along the way? How did we get from euphoria, from excitement, from oneness, to we are inside? How did we get here? There's a profound but fundamental question. What went wrong, in other words? She's about to tell you. You're not going to hear from me. All I'm doing here is to re-echo, or if you like to add some flavor to the delicious message that was wonderfully articulated last night by President Francess Clarke Myers. Obaku was a wonderful leader, and he is still a leader. A great guy.
Where are we today? So we know the root cause of the problem. The root cause of our problems today is respect. Like the Bible said, we are all one body with different branches. And every branch has to function. The hand can.
So she just summarized the root cause of the problem in the union. She said it's respect. And what she said, respect? In other words, she is giving you the antithesis, the opposite. The lack of respect is the problem in the union, at least on the JUILUS administration, or the guys within the orbit of Great JUILUS. The guys practically do not respect, especially those that have different opinion. Once your opinion runs contrary to what the guys believe, you will be baptized with insults. You will be showered with insults. The disrespect, according to the president, is the major cause of the rift in the union. And I couldn't agree more. She is about to tell you the division of labor. Division of labor is basically they give you Mr. X a job to do, to get the other person job to do based on your skills, based on your domain, based on your specialization. They give you a job to do. And that's the same thing within our Constitution. The Constitution established this system where the board has functions and the executive has some functions. But the president quests to usurp the authority or the functions of the board is what led us to this problem today. The president incessant refusal to listen, to respect the other people is what brought us to the point today. The president incessant or ceaseless or relentless quest to not listen to the elders, to not follow the Constitution, the disrespect to our supreme document, the General Assembly, is what brought us here today. So, Francess Clarke Myers, she summarized the whole problem in the union. The deficit of respect is the cause.
I do the full work. The eye cannot do the hand work. Everybody's got to function. That's how it is when you're in an organization. You have the board and you have the executive. The executive got to do their job and the board got to do their job, or else they cannot exist.
Exactly.
So we got to educate our people. If the executive wants to do the job of the board, then there should be no board. If the board wants to do the job of the executive, then there should be no executive. Everybody has their own function.
That is cardinal. That is cardinal. That is key. You see, if you don't want to stay in your domain, so Madam President is saying, okay, in other words, you're saying, how do we function? If medicine is giving a job, or esoteric, dark SIOPODA is giving a job, and say, for example, the president of or the vice president of the Florida chapter, Madam Tijana, is giving a job, and I want to do the job of Madam Tijana, or say, for example, I am the secretary for the Delaware Valley chapter, and I want to do the job of President Francess Clarke Myers. I mean, what is that? That is a recipe for chaos, for confusion. And that's what the president of Green JUILUS has been doing. And so the board, in other words, she said the board cannot do the job of the executive, and the executive cannot do the job of the board of directors. Stay in your lane, in other words. If you send a proposal to the board of directors and they don't approve it, revisit it. Go back to the drawing board. Strategize. If you like, lobby. That's what politicians do. They lobby. Find a way to convince those guys why they don't agree with your budget. Make an argument. Make some compromise. But Green Coach, you said no. If it doesn't go my way, it's nowhere. It's not going nowhere. We have issue. Once it doesn't go my way, we have a problem.
So we got a law that we call Constitution that we all promise to uphold. We took oath. When I got elected in Delaware Valley Chapter 2016, I swore to uphold the Constitution of USAA. At the time, we had local board. I can remember, and I want to speak to that tonight, that there were problems when we were about to go to Florida. And the board told us that the account should be frozen. But the president, nobody take money out of that account until the board. At the time, my own brother, Boto Jerry, was the chairman of the board. And we promised that the account would be frozen. And I froze that account until we went to Florida and came back. When the board saw, we went through the investigation and saw nothing wrong. That's when they unfreeze the account.
She's giving you a historical example. You see, in administration, you will not have everything smooth. There will be disagreement. I am testimony to what she is saying. I am the secretary of this chapter here. When we had liquor board, we used to butt heads with the board of directors. Well, issues, disagreement. But it didn't go to the point where we say, you know what, we're not listening to the board of directors. I can remember, in addition to what the president said, when we open the account, we have to understand when the organization is been here forever, there was no bank account. It was on a whole watch that we were able to open an account. Well, I mean, I'm secretary, but my name is not supposed to be there. But the financial, the treasurer and the financial secretary, they were not available at the time. No, I think the financial secretary wasn't available, but the treasurer and I went to the bank. And we opened the account and stuff like that. And then later on, the guy said the secretary name does not have to be on the account, you know. And I didn't want to be on the account, but the people said they needed a second person. And the two of us went there. The treasurer and myself, the president, wasn't around. And that's how we opened the account. And there was the whole debate over that and that. I immediately went to the bank. The president brought the appropriate people to be on the account, will replace my name. You know, when you open the account, so now the people, they send a debit card to us. Time for meeting, we took that card to the meeting. All the people sent a debit card. It was the people say, oh, we don't want a debit card because of what happened in the past, and they destroyed. We right in front of the crowd, we destroyed that debit card, you know. And so the president will have some challenges. But we didn't say, you know what, we're going to divide the organization. The boy is giving a hard time. And so we just scatter everything like Green Coach is doing. Oh, when the bro gave him suggestion, then he's angry. Oh, they're trying to tell me what to do. The guys are doing their job. And that's the same thing. Boto Jawi now, who is now campaigning for Francess Clarke Myers. Back then, it was tough. You know, but she still reached across the aisle. She tried to talk to the guys, you know, and lobby. And they were able to reason with her. That's how leaders do it. You don't get vexed and form another organization somewhere, then you are not a leader. So the new organization you're forming right now, if people have different opinion, you're going to form another one. Is that how you're going to do it? Is that how you're going to run things? So it's a lack of leadership that makes people to succeed, to run, to break away. It's a lack of, if you see people breaking away all the time, then they lack of leadership. They can't lead.
Why did I say that? If you have a bowl They are there for check and balance. If they have to do their job, allow them to do their job.
Yep, that's it. Checks and balance.
If you know you got nothing,
Checks and balances.
let them do their job. According to our constitution, we got virtue that our national president has to submit to the board. And the board has to approve it. If the board rejects it, the president still has the duty to still go and pursue the board. Senate committee, see how best you can reach to them. In this country, we got Republican and we got Democrat. Trust me, when it's time to make deal, they close the doors.
That's
right.
right.
Democrat will tell Republican, what do you want me to give you? And Republican will ask Democrat, what do you want in this bill? And everybody will come up with what they can get. And through that, they can come together and compromise the bill and pass it. That's why you hear the next day CNN say, breaking news, we got a deal. When we live in the great United States of America, and we cannot learn the good things in this country, where else can we go to learn the good things?
Yeah, great question. If we can learn in this great country the good things, where can we go to learn? Where? Gotta go back to the farm. I mean, I'm not against farm, I'm a farm boy. But where, I mean, if we can't learn the good things here, where else can we go? Should give you a background, the Democrat, practical example, concrete example. The Republicans and the Democrats here, the guys argue, the debates and stuff like that. But you don't hear one of the partisans say, you know what, one for our own country. If there is disagreement, they look at the bill, your proposal, they try to find out what they can compromise with, what they can't compromise with, and stuff like that, and they'll come up with a deal. But we don't learn. That's why President Francess Clarke is asking if we can learn from these guys, from these people experiencing the greater country in the world, but we can't learn from the experience. Where else can we go to learn? We're going to be repeating the same thing over and over and expect different results. We got to learn new things. That's how you grow. As a leader, if you do not have challenges, you are not a leader. You must have some challenges. When you surmount those challenges, your ability to conquer challenges makes you a good leader. That's why people like Abraham Lincoln, they reference them. When the country was going through civil war, and the guys stood and make sure it kept the country together. When the other people were trying to break away out of that, the men kept the country together. It was a huge challenge. But some people, they have little challenge, then they say, hey, you know what? I'm doing my own thing. Like Green Coach did. The guy is not a leader. He's a follower. And that is why he's a marionette of JOYCE SEEYON.
That we can take for him. So, I want to bring this speech to our people that say the board removed grain. No, the board did not remove grain.
Correct.
Grain turn was over 2020.
That message must sink down, okay? The board did not fire Green Coach Leo as his supporter want us to believe. No. Like the president correctly indicated, the man was given the mandate, or he got the mandate of the people for 3 years. Last year, August, the 3 years over. He was elected on white ballot 2017. From 2017 to 2020, that's 3 years. That's the time frame the Constitution gave him. But he doesn't want to live up to that. He wants to live. He wants to live beyond his constitutional allowed time. Well, then go to Florida so we can amend the Constitution, and then you can stay there. Whatever time frame you propose, when the people agree on it, then you can stay there when you win the election. You see? So President Myers understands leadership. She understands the document. She understands the cultural interplay, the philosophy of our people. And so that's somebody that you want as a leader. If your president cannot interpret the Constitution correctly or implement the Constitution as Green Code GBODEOR is doing, you have a problem. A leader who does not follow the Constitution, guess what? Is what those kind of leaders, they become tyrant. They become autocrats. They become dictator. They become monocrat. Okay? So any leader that does not want to obey law, he wants to make himself the law. And that's the problem. Now listen to Madam Francess Clarke Myers here.
If I was the president at the time, and I know that my term is coming to an end, and I know the crisis in the country, what do? I will first of all take the step and call upon the board. Members of the board, I know my term is coming to an end, and we're supposed to go for election, but because of the crisis, we cannot go. What is the way forward?
That's right. Yeah.
I think that's the best approach that the national president would have done. Instead of going on Facebook and threatening, if you don't keep me there, then we will disorganize the organization. Then we will divide the organization. And even at that, the board, with the intervention of the Elder Council, the board agreed to keep him there, but under certain conditions. When you at a job, we're in America, and you commit crime or you commit something at the job, they give you first formal verbal warning. The next time they give you written warning. But if you continue to do what you're not supposed to, what do they do? They terminate you. Okay, Mr. President, we're going to keep you there, but there should be no more withdrawal from our account until we go for election. And the president consistently going in the account, taking money without the board approval. When in the account, $2,500, give it to somebody that was sick. To get money to somebody that was sick is not a bad thing, but the procedure was wrong.
Yes. If it's not done right, it's not done at all. It's not right to circumvent the Constitution or to circumvent the procedures in place, the guidelines. If you go against the guidelines, you are not doing things correctly. She said it's not a bad thing to help members who are not well, who are in need. However, you have to follow the procedures that we put in place. And she is correct. So President Francess Clarke Myers basically is lecturing Green Code GBODEOR on the final point of leadership. Basic things that we expected Green Code GBODEOR to understand, he doesn't understand those things. So the woman say, you know, I'll offer free tutorial for you. Hopefully you will learn something from it. It's not about John Garang here. It's not about going on Facebook and say, John Garang, if I become president, if I were a president of a country, the board of directors, those guys would have been executed. This is rebellious. This is sedition against the government. Just for the people to remind you, sir, you have lived beyond your 3 years, and you are not listening to what we tell you not to take money from the account, and you are still defying us. We can't sit until you empty the account before we take action. We have to nib in the bud your intransigence. You're not listening to us, got to be stopped. Hence, we're going to write the financial institutions, or institution, if you like. We would send you a communication. You are no longer illegitimate per the Constitution. So imagine we have Francess Clarke as the president. We wouldn't have all these things because the woman, she knows how to negotiate. She will be able to reach out to the chairman of the board of directors. If possible, she will use the force, the potency of a rhetoric or a persuasive power to cajole the chairman. The chairman will say, you know, go take the money, you know, I convince. Imagine that. I mean, that's how you put there, Francess Clarke Myers will go negotiate, they will not give it. What? After, she will say, that's how you put a go. And I will get on the floor and elucidate and give plethora of compelling reasons. And then she will come and just smooth everything out. The board of directors, other guys will say, kudos, you might take the money now. Go ahead. We're not going to. I become secretary of the union for Francess Clarke Myers, will send a voucher over there, will not be rejected. No way. If it is rejected, that means we have a typo in the document. Or maybe there's a miscommunication between the board and the executive. Or maybe there's a misinterpretation, which could happen because we are fallible beings. We make mistakes. We sometimes understand things different ways. You know. So let's listen to the speech is coming to an end here. Very good speech. I love it. She did a terrific job last night. And when she gets here, I have to get her something to lubricate her esophagus.
I can speak to Honorable James Panto tonight, who is right now in the assisted living home. Because of Sapo people, he was totally full in Philadelphia. There was convention. And he was, you know how when the woman cook, then they said, please can't get the food. He was going from house to house to take food. Through that, he fell. Today, he's still sick. What did the Sapo people do for him? You see my chapter. So if you want to give money to sick person, you have to identify the sick people. You cannot pick and choose who to identify with.
Fantastic, fantastic. See, the woman is thinking. You know what the French philosopher said? René Descartes, cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I exist. The woman is a thinking thing. It's a thing that thinks. In philosophy, that what we say. We are things that think. We are thinking things. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I exist. You cannot be an organization, you have multiple members. And people are sick, not only one person. So my President Francess Clarke Myers is saying, if you want to help people who are not well, it's a fantastic idea. But let's do an inventory. Let's get the list of the people that are not well. And that was the recommendation of the board of directors to the president. Mr. President, get an inventory of the people that are not well, the people that need help, so that we can act accordingly. The president refused to do that and decided to just help one person. So President Francess Clarke Myers is saying, this is not just, this is not fair. We have veteran like Mr. James Panto, who committed his entire life to the United States Association. He was the former vice president for the Delaware Valley chapter. This man worked for the organization. It was doing one of the conventions in Pennsylvania. Now he was doing something, he fell, and from there he had a stroke. And today, the wonderful, energetic man is now in the assisted living. He is confined to a wheelchair or electronic wheelchair. So if you want to help, make it holistic. Let make it comprehensive. Let help everybody. And should not do cherry picking. You shouldn't help your family member and forget the other person because that person is not your family member. Okay. And so President Myers was on point last night. She was on point. And will continue to support the lady. And the entire union, right now, we have 99.9% of the people beyond her. Only 1% beyond Green GBODEOR. And so when you have the wisdom of the people, you can go wrong. When you listen to the wisdom of the people, you can go wrong. The oracle, the mouthpiece of our ancestor, Dakota, when he is beyond you, you can go wrong. When you have the support of great thinkers like Milton Shibe, Boto Jawi, Ernest, Agne Blah, those great people, when you are in the circumference of those people, you can't go wrong unless you don't listen. The people gave you stupendous advice, information that you can't go wrong. And see that what a woman, since she came to power here, we don't know it all, but she listened. She listened to the people. We are grooming her. You see, the good thing about becoming a leader, you have bright people around you. And these people, they give their ideas to you. Then you take credit for it. That's a beautiful thing about being a leader. Listen to the smart people around you. Even those that you don't consider to be smart, listen to them. Everybody has something to offer. And so President Myers was on point last night. I hope Green GBODEOR, Mana SEEYON, will learn something from this speech. They will come back, get that video and listen over and over and over and again, because the speech is imbued with substance.
We keep the whole until we are in this organization because when our forefathers founded this organization is to help our people back home. Organization is to help our to la period for my plane ticket and went all the way Sano, rented cars, went to Sano, get supplies to the students, to the elementary school students. I'm sorry that I came to America 1 week when my father died after my tour. But if our national president can put 15,000 in your pocket, that's a go call remit. And we not get one copy book to a student. I come here tonight to tell you, North Dakota, we need change in the organization.
Oh, yes. Yes, we need change within the United States Association in Americas, and the change is here. The Cleopatra is here to effect the change that we need. The people have resolved to make her the leader. We need change, and the change is imminent. August is the only obstacle. The only impediment we have right now is August. August, the change will be right before your eyes.
And let me speak to those that say, please allow Green to go 3 more years. We have a constitution that says every 3 years we should have election. So this year, August 5th to the 7th, there will be election in the state of Florida.
Oh yes, most definitely. Florida all the way.
If the Sapo people gather, like I said in my video, in Florida, because the assembly is the highest decision-making body. 2019, we assembled here for convention, and the assembly spoke that our convention is going to Florida. And according to our constitution, nobody, not even the president or the board, has the power to alter anything that the assembly put into place.
Yes.
Nobody got that power. So let me talk to my fellow Sarponians here or listening to me tonight. If you have issues, the best place to discuss it is in Florida. Let us go to Florida if we don't need to have election. Let the Sapo people gather. They say because of Christ we cannot have election. Who am I? I am not above the assembly. The only thing that I promise that we give Green GBODEOR white ballot, and Green GBODEOR have to inherit another ballot. Not white ballot, maybe green ballot.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The only ballot that Green will inherit, he will get right now is green ballot, not white one. He is green, so when he wants another ballot is green ballot, he'll get, not a white one. In other words, President Francess Clarke is saying Green got to earn the next ballot to the presidency. You got to earn it. No free ride this time around. No riding on the legacy of another president. You have to work. You will sweat and campaign and make your case. Explain to us what for taking our $10,000 and not sending it to our people. What are the people? Make the case to the people. Why did you elect you? When they gave you $10,000, you didn't send it to the people. Why should the people elect you when the board of directors, they approved $6,000, $3,000 for the executive or representative from the executive and the representative from the board of directors to go and sympathize with the family of the late Mabutu. And the board representation or representative, you confiscated the $3,000 without giving us the reason. Even if you have a reason, you cannot confiscate something that the board approved, whether you have a personal issue with that person. So, and you can't give account of that money. $7,000 in our account, $3,000 from Robert Tuba, and on and on and on. Make the case to the people why they should vote for you. Now, what President Maya is saying. So Green does not want to work for it. That's why he wants to get free ride in Minnesota. He does not want to work for it. And he will be compelled to work for it. That's how you put it. Will compel him to earn it. If he wants to follow JOYCE and he calls himself president of the United States Association without following his own what you call resolution for North Dakota, then so be it.
I want to go through election. It is funny that our students back home need education.
Yes.
And without
it was a wonderful speech. It was a wonderful speech, and we made sure that she is elected to do the right thing for us. The speech was brilliant. If you have time, just go and listen to it. It's on my page. It's right there. I know I can play the whole thing, but I just wanted to tell you that speech was brilliant. I'll just forward a little bit and get the interactions from the audience. You know what they said, some of the questions that the people ask.
The opportunity to create policy
And I know,
Okay.
Madam President, we are all aware of the current situation from one.
Okay, so the gentleman, let me get to the introduction of Melvin Dewey.
Rhetorics or some sort that the president was talking about, my alliance was talking about. Can you be specific on the former president this year?
Something that somebody.
We're giving my fellow citizens. Yeah. Good evening, my fellow citizens of the SARPOLAND.
Let's listen to the Grand BODEOR a little bit here. He spoke very well last night.
Thank you to the aspiring Francess Clarke, who is pursuing the higher office in the Union of South Association in America, the presidency. I want to say thank you for your appearance here in our midst in North Dakota chapter. One of the things I want to say tonight, we still resolute. I'm not speaking as a Grand BODEOR of the SARPOLAND, I speak as a member of the North Dakota chapter. And so I said, we still resolute. As members of the Union of South Association in America, we are constitutional abiding members. We believe in constitutionality. Any violations of the rules of the General Assembly is disengagement of the National Association. And this is not the thing we have to take.
It's a Grand BODEOR talking right now. A wise man.
So put the resolution reached by the General Assembly and next National Convention will be held in Jacksonville, Florida. Yes. We do not take side in whatsoever petty conflict or whatsoever ongoing conflict. We respect the rules and laws of the association. So we as a body, we are moving forward to Florida. Thank you so much.
See, the BODEOR demonstrated leadership. He demonstrated that he is on the side of justice, that he believes in the Constitution, that he respects the decision of the General Assembly. That's what the Grand BODEOR demonstrated. He said, I'm not part of any petty conflict that's going on. I'm for what is right, what we write down, what we put in our documents. So we remain resolute, according to the BODEOR. We remain resolute that we are going to Florida. That decision cannot be changed by Green Court GBODEOR because he's angry. If you disagree in President Francess Clarke Maya's speech, she said, she pointed out correctly, and it is right in the Constitution the woman is reading. The Constitution says that if there is a problem between the board and the executive that they cannot solve, they call it dispute, they should go to a convention. The General Assembly, people sitting in convention, will solve that problem. They will decide. And so we expected Green GBODEOR to take his grievance or grievances to Florida and put it before the General Assembly so that the people will make the call the shot. We'll hear his side and we'll hear the side of the board. And then we'll give the verdict. That's what we expected Green to have done. But he said, no, I'm forming Green Court GBODEOR Association in Brooklyn Park. That's what I'm going to do. That's what is best for the people. And so the BODEOR did extremely well last night. I want to say thank you very much for that.
No, once we have the moderator who will recognize people. Okay. Yeah, okay.
So let's listen to Melvin Dewey. He said he's still the president of vice president of the Minnesota chapter. He moved to North Dakota about 2 years ago.
As you know, I'm the vice president of the chapter of Minnesota. I'm concerned, Madam President. The state of our union is in trouble. Are you aware that the United States, the union's presidency, that the movement is going down, and that your rhetoric, the political rhetoric right now is unnecessary? No need for me to explain the current situation. Are you aware of it?
When you say rhetoric is something that is not realistic. Rhetoric is something that somebody made up. So to my understanding, when you say rhetoric, I'm not speaking rhetoric. I'm speaking facts sentiment.
Yes.
Things that on paper, things that you can touch, you can feel, and you can see. Those are things I'm speaking of. The president going in our account taking $2,500 is not a rhetoric. The president, without the board approval, taking $7,000 on the national telecom itself, and
that is not a rhetoric.
The board rejected the proposal of going to Liberia because the board said this time is not because, Mr. President, your time was over in August of 2020. We agreed for you to stay there until we go for convention. So within that time period, there should be no money taken out of our account besides the $7,000 remaining for the housing project. Mind you, the nursing quarter that we were building was balance $7,000. So the elders proposed that besides that $7,000, there should be no other money taken out of our account. I was on that meeting until we can have general election. If the president is re-elected, the way we come up with projects, like I said, is during our National Assembly. If the president is re-elected, then he can ask the assembly that he wants to go to Liberia to go open house. Because when we agree in FARGO to build a $30,000 three-bedroom house, we did not include opening house budget on the side. They were never part of the planning. Am I right? Yes.
Oh, the Vice President.
So you see, Madam President, Francess Clarke, she literally decapitated that question that Mr. Melvin Dewey, who is the political apologist of GBODEOR, he went because two persons that were in the crowd are supporting GBODEOR. Just imagine that whole chapter, only two persons, Otavin Sampson and Melvin Dewey. Do they have the right to support the man? Yes, that's their right. And so that's what he said, because he was listening with a political sense, you know. And the woman wasn't speaking rhetoric, and that's why she asked him, the money that the man took, is that a rhetoric? No, it's not a rhetoric. And so she brilliantly answered that question. We have to understand here, Mr. Melvin Dewey, I worked with him before. We formed a group. We established a group called Social, Political, Economic Reformers of the United South Association. We formed that group as a pressure group to exert pressure on President GBODEOR to do something for our people back home. Mr. James Yonte was the acting chairman at the time when we established the group. We didn't put the rules and everything together yet. We just met one time and say, okay, let's brainstorm, and we'll set up a Facebook group. And then out of a sudden, Melvin Dewey, James Yonte came on my show, but then the Sapo Nation, and said why James Yonte came on the platform without their consent. And so he went and said the man should be suspended. And we're asking Melvin, what rule are you operating on? We never had a rule at the time, no rules. We just met once. And the man guy said the man should be suspended. And he managed to confuse, persuade some guys. And they voted against James, which I was against. What rule are you using now to punish the guy for coming to talk to Dark Sayopode? Anyway, we sent Melvin Dewey to negotiate, to tell Green what we want. Mr. Melvin Dewey went to Green GBODEOR. The guy persuaded him. Not James, but Mr. Melvin Dewey became, just imagine a pressure group guy representative we sent. The guys, they persuaded Mr. Melvin, and Melvin became a political crusader for Green GBODEOR. So the guy can be cajoled relatively easily. Green persuaded the man. They recruited the guy. The guy was, he left a group now. He was defending Green. They got serious. Wow. And so he's the minority man and Otavin. Those are the minority that are supporting Green corruption. The men who took money and giving it to our people are the men they're supporting. They got the freedom to do so.
Thank you for the question. I listened to the question I just raised. And if I clearly understood what you said was there was some rhetorics or some stuff that the president was talking about, my alliance was talking about. Can you be specific? Because in her speech here, she made references of things that happened within the organization that was done on the former president, Mr. Yu. Okay. That brought the organization to where it is today, that some people are trying to create unnecessary confusion among our people. So she gives highlight on some of the things. And the question that you asked was not specific. So what was in the speech that she said that is rhetoric?
Yeah, rhetorical. A rhetoric.
So that she can go over that.
Later, 1 second. 1 second. The president. 1 second. The prospective president is here. The candidate is here to answer questions coming in. So this is a dialogue between a president and the president. Right. He asked a question, the president answered. There is no rhetoric. She said it fast. So let's go to the next question.
So Mr. Tolly did a great job. Excellent. Excellent. He did a great job. That's how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
We are all aware of the current situation from one stage to another, whether the goal or the executive. We are all aware. We also know that the Constitution gives the national president the opportunity to create policies. And I know one of the policies the president made a proposed budget of Liberia to the opening house. But my concern here, Madam President, is I don't want to go into that issue right now. I'm just concerned. The state of our union, like I said, is volatile. Is there anything you have done as the president of the GBODEOR chapter to engage the executive? You are part of the executive. I'm part of the executive. Is there specific thing you are doing or you have done to make sure that the union's peace remain tight?
Good question. Let's see what Cleopatra says.
We have tried. Matter of fact, you say you are part of the executive. According to the Great Administration, the chapter presidents are not part of the executive. Let me bring that to your attention. According to the administration.
So, just one.
They will say executive chapter president. That's the English that can be. Maybe you don't read the English well, but the English can say general meeting for the executive and chapter president. And one time I asked a question, why will you always say and chapter president? Chapter president are executive.
Okay. So
they are not addition. Okay. So we have made attempts several times. But guess what? Every time you try to get opposite view, you get insulted. Or during the teleconference. Every time you get an opposite view from what is going on. Because we foresaw this thing coming up. And I used to call the president when I used to talk to him, Mr. President, if you are not here for the organization, we're going to go there. Honor your wife. Because you are not taking charge of the organization. People are doing stuff around you that causing chaos, and you are not speaking to those things.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's was a brilliant interaction yesterday between President Miles and the members in Dakota. It was a brilliant interaction yesterday. It was very good. And let's see, we got a communication is coming up. All right, so that's ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for the night. I just wanted to share with you the brilliant speech yesterday. All right, so yeah, from the great leader of the Delaware Valley chapter, who is coming to be the national president. of the union. She did great. If you have time, go and listen to that speech of the interaction. She was fantastic last night. We want to say thank you so much for following the voice of SIONE, the voice of the people, the voice of justice, equity, and you name the rest of the words. We are here to do, to defend all. We are here to defend Green when he is doing the right thing. When he is wrong, we point out the wrong things. We are here to point out the good things of President Francess Clarke Myers. When she does the wrong thing, we also point it out. The board of directors, when they do the right thing, we point it out. When they are wrong, we also point it out. When the elders, they do the right thing, we point it out. When they are wrong, we also point it out. Even the Grand GBODEOR, when he is wrong, we tell you. When he's doing the right thing, we'll also praise him. As we just did on this platform, the GBODEOR did a great job last night. So we must give him the kudos that he deserves. So we want to say thank you so much. Thank you to President Francess Clarke Myers for the wonderful job. She is now in Minnesota. The last time we checked the information that came into the information room of Voice of SIONE, she is in Minnesota. And we'll bring you another epic speech from there to see what the lady is doing yesterday, because of the wonderful speech she heard from her. Mr. GELEO was in the same North Dakota. The man and his team, they were practically in hiding while the president were having lunch or dinner with the first family of North Dakota. You know, so we'll show you all the pictures and post it. So if you want to see more, just go on our page. You will see everything there. Green Code GELEO. How can you be the national president? You go to one of your chapters and then you didn't meet with the leadership and your supporters. They are listening to my own big brother Otavin. Hey, you know, I got all the engagement to go to. I wanted to go stand behind Green. Go stand behind JOYCE. They say, we're fire. We're fire. I don't care what they do with fire. That's why Otavin left that wonderful interaction where he has the opportunity to quiz President Myers, to get good information. He went to stand behind JOYCE. I saw the other video where the guy that was dancing. I was like, Otavin, you serious? You left that good interaction and can't dance here? We have danced enough. Now, what Michael Eze, when they blow whistle, black people, we dance. When something happens this way, you dance. We got to stop the dancing. We dance too much. Yes. So our people are suffering a minute dancing. They go dance. The JOYCE said, we'll fight. We'll scatter the organization. We'll scatter it. They were having behind standing. Wow. I don't know. This is not the son of Temye yet. This son of Temye is going wrong. It's going wrong. And I call on the great man, David Bowe, to baptize the man in the name of Temye. He's going wrong. Following Green Code GBODEOR and JOYCE, you are going wrong. You are not following the wisdom of our ancestors. And so Temye Wayne, Temye Ju, Temye Nyon, on the Poniki, Otavin, and Dion, and Poniki. They go follow Green. Green is going down. I mean, as a matter of fact, he's down. The man put himself in the cave. He said, the lion is in the cave. And then Jane Yota came and blacked all the holes so he can't come outside. He blacked everything. Right now, the man just going for the, I bring you under the tally. Or did he come and pour smoke? Or he come and pour smoke in that hole so the lion can get suffocated. The lion go in the hole. Now the lion, the man are still following. The whole lion that is locked up in the hole that the one the man following, the man just localized now. He's just in Minnesota. From his living room to JOYCE living room. He just and the man can say, Gio can say, you know, I'm concerned. Gio, if you set my man Duke for the consideration you done, because they will win the man over. We said Gio to go represent. They go with the bell. Let's not Gio advocating. Green Code GBODEOR is the best president in the union, and other the pressure group is hereby dissolved. I'm not. Can't see the guy. That one Gio, he said, you know what, Gio is not reliable. I don't trust the guy. Now, when the man, he had met James, you know, they get GELEO that much when it comes to ideology. Because James, you know, is one of the guys, he is convicted when he gets on something, he wants a result. He doesn't like flip-floppers. And my man Young a flip-flop or something. All right, guys, that's it for the night, man. We want to say thank you for following the show. And we'll talk to you another time. So, you know, I finished saying all the team. How's our brain day? All right, man, that's what we have for you for the night. We'll say thank you so much. Enjoy your night. Love is the only thing that brings us together, and let it remain in the spirit of love and to help our people back home and ourselves here. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm out.